Hello, this is your instructor. Glad to be with you again for this week. This is a very important week for you in that this week is when you will actually record and upload your video, the second speech of this class, the how-to training speech that you've prepared, you've worked on. Last week you practiced it. And so this week you actually do the recording, the uploading. And then you have two other things to do, two evaluations. One is a peer evaluation of at least two videos that you're going to watch and evaluate for your classmates, and then your own self evaluation. Now, the deadlines for these are Wednesday of this week is when your speech is due. By midnight of Wednesday, you must have uploaded your speech. This is very important that you get this in early so that your classmates have time to watch your video, you have time to watch their videos, and do a peer evaluation. Those peer evaluations are due by Friday night at midnight. You've got a couple of days to do those. And then your self evaluation is due by Sunday night at midnight. And part of your self evaluation is to comment on what you received as evaluation suggestions and recommendations from your peers if they did evaluate your video. This week's video that you're going to watch on the class on the Blackboard site is all about listening and making evaluations. In your career, you're probably going to have other people evaluate you, and you might be asked to evaluate them. Uh, it's common to have what's called a 360-degree evaluation, where you have to ask a couple of people that are coworkers of yours to do evaluations. You might be asked by them to do an evaluation for them. And so you need to pay attention to things and be mindful and to listen to things. So that's what this video that you'll be watching for this week is all about, is how to really listen correctly. Uh, there's really some important things to note about listening. And one of them is all about respect, respecting the speaker, and to know that this person is an individual just like you, and not to lump this person in with everyone else. We need to be inclusive in our listening, and that's part of the respect we have for the people that we're evaluating or listening to. We need to avoid any misunderstandings by being an active listener and building trust with the other person. And this will always help by improving your communication skills. So, what we need to do to become a better listener is, first of all, to be present, to eliminate all other distractions. And when you watch other people's videos, try not to have a lot of other things on your mind, on your heart, so that you can devote your full attention to listening and being a good critical evaluator. Avoid trying to interrupt the other person if you're listening to them live. Let them finish their complete thought, their complete idea, before you maybe ask follow-up questions or perhaps add in a comment yourself. You want to, show empathy for the other person. Know that you are listening to not only the words that they say, but also the feelings that are attached to it. So you might want to comment on the feeling. This probably makes you feel, and then fill in the word that you think would be appropriate as far as a feeling type word. Asking questions is good, especially follow-up questions for clarification would really be good. And then I always teach students when they're listening to someone to summarize and reflect back to the person you're talking to what they said, and then say, is this correct? Am I right? And then that way they can, tell you if you're on the right track or you're not listening correctly and those kinds of things. So this week, to do three things, primarily to upload your recorded speech. Secondly, to be a good listener and evaluator and evaluate at least two of your peers' videos, and then pay attention to what they tell you, and then do your own self-evaluation by the end of the week. So that's really it for this week. Hope you have a great week, and let me know if you want to do a private Zoom conference call, or if you have any other questions or comments, just shoot me an email. I'll be happy to respond to you. So until next time, this is your instructor saying so long.